Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
We're giving it a quick minute. Over here it says we're streaming. I'm looking on YouTube. I don't see it yet. So awkward filler until we know it's happening. It looks like I'm getting hit with an ad. Awkward filler. Okay, it looks like, okay, we are definitely live. Hey, Angie. Hey, here. Say what? Martina, Taylor Bright. Let me get Nikki D, Alma. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, let me get, how do I get you?
You send me a message in the chat and then I click it and then I mute it so that I can see who's in the chat room. There we go.
Well, thank you for that reminder because I forgot how. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Bobbie's just joining so that she could see the chat soon, and I'm bringing it back up. Okay, now I lost everyone again. Hold on. Where? Oh, there we go. Okay, hello, everyone. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Desi. Hey, Astrid, Gigi, Jane, Indra, Doris. What's up? I'm so glad you're here, Nikki. Is that Nikki D? Okay, I have a friend who's also named Nikki. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Ness. We got some new names. Cheryl. Oh my God, you're an OG. Back from Facebook days. Samantha, Lily, Lou, Dominique, welcome. Oh, thank you for the donation. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 times ago, Dominique. That meant so much to Bobbie and me. Hey, William. Hey, April. Oh, guys, I want to give a quick update. For those of you who have already signed up for my High Vibe Club, thank you so much. Mwah. I'm so happy to have you guys in there. As you know, this month is you met a new guy, Taylor. I am very, very happy. Weren't we just talking about that last time I went live too? So for those of you who signed up, if you now go to my website, kellylunt.com/high vibe, there's a way for you to log into the membership now. So thank you for submitting your questions, and thank you everyone being so patient with it. I was getting so many questions though. I want to give a little quick minute. It's a High Vibe Club. I now have a way for everyone at every price point to get coaching from me. I have the VIP one-on-one. I have a group program. I also have my club membership. This is for low investment. There's a do-it-yourself one, $12.99 a month. There's the VIP membership, which comes with a live workshop every month. That's $99. Since this month is the soft launch of it, I'm gifting away my $300 6 Weeks to Master Law of Attraction course for the first 50 who sign up. So there are still 40 left if you guys sign up. I want to be very clear about the 2 levels. Everyone is getting meditations that you can stream on my websites that you can download to take on the go. Everyone is getting access to hundreds of hours of recordings. This is the month where I'm building it out. So that's why this month I'm giving both groups the 6-week course and bonuses. Their bonuses are different though. That's what I want to explain so differently to everyone else. So you're going to get access to hundreds and hundreds of hours on every topic. Starting a business, divorcing someone, working with someone in partnership, love, no dates to love, struggling marriage to thriving marriage, 1 business to 3 business. Every topic's going to be in there. It's going to be just me channeling on the topic for people. There's going to be workshops. There's going to be recordings. If you guys are part of that club, you also get to submit questions to me that I will make videos. Some will go on YouTube. Some will remain exclusive for the High Vibe Club. So it's a way for you for $12.99 a month to submit your question to get in a queue for it to be answered and added to the content. I want to get everyone at every income level. What's up? My dad's here. Hey, Dad. The other tier up, you get access to a once-a-month workshop. The gift, since this is the soft launch of it, I'm literally still in the process of building the program out, and I'm so excited, but people are already asking for access. The $99 a month one, I am giving it for $1 this month, because as of right now, I have about 12 hours of content in there. My goal by June 1st is 100, so I'm giving you access for $1. You want to go to this link, enter early bird on the VIP level to receive the first month for $1. You know, I'm just going to have my assistant come live with us next time so she could do the typing for us.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, she could find our links and all of that for us. The $12.99. So if you're the type of person who's really good at remembering, it's a month-to-month program. You can upgrade any month. If you want to be part of a workshop, you can upgrade. The do-it-yourself one, you could downgrade because you will receive the recording of the workshop. So you can upgrade, you can downgrade, you can cancel at any time. It's month to month. You manage it from within the account. If you're the type of person who can remember, you might as well join at the VIP level because you get it for $1. Set your calendar this month's workshop because everyone, both levels, is getting access to the workshop this month. It's my gift because it's not fully set up yet. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap. It's been 30 more seconds about that guy. I was just getting so many questions on this. I thought I would just address it now. So everyone is getting access to the workshop any level you sign up for. If you are forgetful, just sign up for the do-it-yourself because the $1 is the first month only. After that, it goes up to the normal rate. So early bird
The normal rate is
the do-it-yourself level is $12.99 per month.
Oh, that's so reasonable, Kelly. Oh my God.
There is no discount on that one. Your gift is you get access to the workshop this month. The $99 one, you receive it for $1 for access to it. So join whatever level you guys want. Here's the link to join again. And as always, Bobbie is also available for private one-on-one readings.
Beginning next Thursday.
Next Thursday. So there's a link for you guys to join.
I'm booked until then, babies. You got to get in while you can, honey buns.
All right. Hey, Anna. Hey, Desi. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Alexander. Hey, Ada, Latin Libra. Okay, Bobbie, do you have any announcements before we just dive straight into the general?
Actually, no, I'm going to chillax and just be doing readings for the next month and a half. And I don't think I'm doing anything. I mean, I'm going to be up in the Portland area, but I don't know when. I'm just going to be going around to the psychic fairs and the bookstores there, checking things out. So if you're from the Portland area and you might want to connect with me, go on my website and say hi. I don't know what I'm doing or when I'm doing it, but other than that, I'm just available for private reads.
You don't know when but you'll be in Portland?
No, we haven't. We're free floating. We're free floating people, just kind of hanging out there, seeing what's happening.
I love it. I love it. Okay, well, update us and we'll definitely let everyone know on here. For Linda, who asked early bird is you click the VIP level to join.
Oh, I do have a question though. If anybody in the Portland area, my husband and I are going to be going up there, and we've started doing animal oracle cards just for something new and different and fun to read through. And I was thinking if there was a psychic shop up there or a coffee shop or someplace where we could just kind of set up and do mini reads just for fun. If anybody, I'm sure there must be something like that in Portland, but I don't know Portland. So if anybody from Portland knows anything like that, please contact me through my website.
Okay, Linda, you want to enter early bird at checkout. You want to go to here, I'll just give you the sign up page that doesn't have the pretty stuff. So here's the exact link to the sign up page. Select the VIP level and enter early bird at the discount code area at the High Vibe Club Premium at the very bottom. But all right, guys, let us just dive into the general message from Spirit. Bobbie, if you don't mind, I kind of feel like going first.
Go for it, girl. You got the energy.
All right, yeah, I'm like, ooh, pumped up. I just did a whole rebirthing meditation right before this. But all right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get the general message for me. If Bobbie and Gregory, her guides, feel like coming on and adding to it, we will do it. And then we will get into some one-on-ones for you guys. Don't forget the first hour is going to be free. The second hour, we are totally going to open this up to $30 question reads. So those are just for the people who want your answer guaranteed. Stick around till then. We're going to let Spirit run the show for the first hour. So everyone, go ahead and close your eyes. Allowing yourself to sink into this moment. Allowing yourself to call back all of your energy to you. All of your energy is being called back to you now as you naturally release all others' energies back to them. Breathing in. Breathing out. Calling all of your energy back. Breathe in. Breathing out, releasing all others' energies back to them. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other people's energies, other people's energies. That is definitely what we want to speak with a lot of you today. Some people, another way of wording it is eagerness to please, is eagerness to make others happy. Many of you, Kelly included, you don't even catch on to when you're doing something for you or when you're doing something to make someone else happy. And it is okay to do it for you. It's also okay to do things that you know will help aid in happiness for others, that will help others remain happy. Notice how we're tweaking the language a little bit. You don't do anything to make someone happy. You might do activities that you know that will help them see in the vibration of happiness, letting go of that little bit of responsibility for their happiness, as well as you staying in your energy and getting more in touch with why you're doing it. You don't need to understand why you're doing every single activity. But what we don't want is we don't want you getting lost in other people's energies. You just agree with them. Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. A couple hours after they leave, you're like, wait a second. That moment, similar moment to how it might play out in your life, is what we're talking about. Tap into more of, is this what I want, or is this the other person's energy that I'm picking up on? Because if you live your life by picking up other people's energies, that's what leads you to feeling trampled on years later. That's what leads you to feel like, but I just give to others and I never receive back. I'm always sacrificing. I'm always doing XYZ for the good of the relationship, but they never give back. It's because you, dear one, are not tapped into you, how you feel. Do you genuinely want to do this in this experience or not? Because we just want to awaken you guys to the fact that you can say, oh, I love your enthusiasm and your passion for this, and it's kind of amping me up a bit, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to sit this out and watch you have fun, or come back afterwards, let me know how it is. Discover alternative ways to share in their enthusiasm without you having to partake in the activity. That is our wish for many of you to hear today.
So what we would like to add is Bobbie and Roger just had a 29th wedding anniversary. And so many of you ask what it takes to have a good, loving relationship. And when they were invited to speak at a gathering to give information on how do you find love, how do you find the right and perfect person, how do you make a relationship last, how do you do the things Kelly was talking about just a minute ago, where you give and you take and it's balanced, and what it takes to have a healthy, happy relationship is that sense of knowing self. By the time these two people met 30 years ago, they had been through several relationships and they had learned what didn't work. They had learned to honor themselves and to love themselves and to speak up for themselves. But they also learned to listen to the other, to take in what the other heard, to let the other know that they heard them. And if you want a healthy relationship, there's a balance of give and take. The most important thing is to find somebody who is willing to give and take at an equal level. That's a lot of what Kelly was talking about. If you give until you're empty, that's an imbalanced relationship. If you take until you think you're full up and it's never enough, that's an imbalanced relationship. Being able to be in a healthy relationship requires that both people respect first themselves, love themselves, know themselves well enough to know when they're stepping on toes or when their toes are being stepped on. And then speaking that truth out to the person you love. Sometimes it's like, wow, I really blew it. I really need to honor that. I'll try to make that better. Other times it's like, hold it. No, those were my toes in the way. I need you to hear this. Balance, balance, balance is what you're looking for. And a healthy relationship doesn't have a formulaic set of ABC. There are ABCs that work, but each individual is different and each couple is different. You have the one person and the other person, and together you create a relationship which is almost a person in and of itself. If this person is imbalanced, the relationship will be imbalanced. If this person is imbalanced, the relationship will be imbalanced. If both are relatively, we know you're not balanced 100% of the time, all the time. But honoring yourself will mean when we say balanced. And then coming together with an equal give and take as much as possible. In human world, it's not possible to do it all the time. Hello. But you look for that balance, that respect, and that honoring. And so that's what we would like to say, because there are so many of you who are asking, how do I have a good relationship? You have to have somebody to have a good relationship with. And that's a matter of honoring what you want, paying attention to their walk. What they do has to equal what they say. People can weave a beautiful pattern, but if they're not following through with action, you need to pay attention, speak your truth, watch that they're speaking their truth, balance, communicate, and repeat until you find your own answers. Whew.
Bobbie,
All
I
right.
have a question on that. And I think that this will help a lot of people who are watching, because a lot of people are saying this is hitting home. A part that stuck out for me in your section of the message was let them know they're heard. And I have to admit that is one of the coolest aspects of our relationship, because Bobbie and I are like friends, colleagues. She was my first life coach ever. So our relationship has gone through many transitions. And one of, I don't know how to word it, but like the most endearing aspects is that I always feel so heard for you. I just feel so understood. I always feel like I can show up if I'm a crying mess, if I'm in anger, if I'm in happiness, if I'm in joy, if I'm in a little manic, like I can show up just as I am with you. And I think that one of those reasons is like because I feel so heard. So I know, and I know a lot of the people who are watching this know that like, I think it's called reflection, like active listening, where you say something like, and this is going to lead into the question, I promise.
Okay.
What I heard when you listen to the person, what I heard you say is XYZ. However, I find you very good at it. Is there anything you could elaborate on that practice of communication for everyone watching?
You've got the words beautifully. So what I heard you say is, the thing that I've had lots of practice with is really listening to what people are saying. Because when we're in conversation, most of the time, somebody's talking and you want them to hear what you have to say. You want to explain to them why they're wrong or why they didn't get it, or yes, but you have your opinion and your thought. And in order to do it, you need to be in that space where you go, what is it they're really trying to say? What am I hearing? You're listening for the different words. When somebody's saying, for example, somebody might be telling me, I really don't have a problem with this. It's really okay with me. I don't get mad that often. I'm hearing mad, upset, afraid. I'm listening for the feelings as well as the words, so that I can say, so what I'm hearing is you're talking about not being mad, but that's an interesting word you came up with, because there was an energy in that felt like there was an upset. Is there some sort of upset you're not really aware of? So you're diving deeper. And when you do that with somebody you love, if your mate comes in and says, you always put the garbage over here and it just really makes me mad. It's like, wow. Normally what we want to do is say, well, you're leaving the garbage out too, or I didn't leave it out last. We come back with those things, and I do it too. But what needs to happen for good communication is, wow, so when I leave the garbage out like that, it really bothers you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wish you'd stop doing it. And I'm really sorry that's an upset for you. And you may be thinking, well, I don't leave it out as much as you do, but don't go there in that moment. Be in the space of hearing what they're saying. When a person feels heard, they'll frequently go, okay, you heard me, and they're willing to communicate. You will never get good communication till the other person feels heard. And sometimes they have to go round in a circle, complaining about several things until they go, you know what, I'm really pissed off because the boss dumped on me today. Well, if you argued about the garbage when they came in the first time, you're never going to find out that that was really about the boss dumping on them that day. So listen for the feelings and really be in the space of wanting to understand where they're coming from. I really want to understand where people are coming from. Now, sometimes it's a lot easier when it isn't my mate, I've got to admit, or if it isn't one of my other relatives. So, but it's still, the more I can do that, and your words were right, Kelly. So what I'm hearing you say is, but one thing you do beautifully, and you do it beautifully when you're doing readings, you'll be listening to somebody in the chat or doing a reading and you'll say, but what I'm feeling, you're feeling them and they aren't even in the room with you. It's that feeling part beyond the words that you really want to focus on when you're in the communication with somebody, the feelings and the words.
All right, everyone, there is your general message for the week or for the month, how this will apply. Let's get into some one-on-ones for people. I couldn't read all the questions. It looks like my dad's here. It looks like I got a good college friend from here. So how the rest of the 36 minutes is going to go, just type in the word me like this, simple. Spirit's going to pick who gets read for. And then in 34 minutes, we'll switch over to the $30 questions.
I got a comment on something Helen said. She said, when you ask another person to walk in your shoes and they say they don't want to bother, don't try to make it any better. You got it, Helen. You can't make it better if they aren't willing to play.
Okay, look at all the memes. Yeah, Helen, listen to her. Oh, Aztec is sticking.
Aztec, I just saw Aztec the same time you did. That one for sure.
Oh, Aztec, I'm seeing that name again.
Yeah. Cindy.
Cindy
Conway.
Let's go with that. Samantha, they want a quick little retouch for you. So, okay, we got our three. Azteca, Cindy, Conway. Get your questions ready when we call your name. Just
I think Cindy Conway, that was the first and last name.
Oh, Cindy Conway. Okay, let's get one more then.
Dolphin.
Dolphin?
Dolphin something or other.
I don't know Steve Jobs' name. What the heck? All right, Samantha, let me get.
I gotta turn my fan on. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Samantha, Azteca, Cindy Conway, Dolphin. Those are the four we're reading for right now. You can stop with me. We've got our four. Azteca, Cindy, Dolphin, get your question ready. So when we call your name, you can just enter it. Samantha, let me get your touch up for you. Samantha, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Go, go, go. A little mindset shift for you. You are not giving up on the relationship. He hasn't been showing up for it. You are simply living your life, and your heart is calling you to enjoy the beach. Go. If we can't give you a bigger nudge than that, we don't know what to do.
I don't have anything to add there. I think you're on spot there, Kelly.
Yeah, so Samantha, go to the beach, apparently. I never got a chance to PM me for last time. I wanted to thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And say a few things. What do you want to say? Say I'm here. Okay, Azteca, go ahead and hit us with your question. I want to get as many reads as we can in the free section of it. So Azteca, type in your question. Dolphin Girl, get your question ready. Cindy, get your question ready so you could just hit enter. Cheryl, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen some of my Facebookers on here. Open to anything I need to know. You want to go? You want to?
Yes. Okay, Azteca. The picture that came up when I saw your name was the hands in front of this block, like you're trying to stop something new coming in. And there's a fear that's about that block, but really it's an opportunity if you can look at the situation differently than you're currently observing it. Move your hands and look at the situation, be in the moment with it, allow it to come forward. There's lessons in here for you. And in order to get the lessons, you have to have the courage to step up to what's being presented and lower the hands. Stop stopping. And that's what I'm getting for Azteca. There's opportunity, there's possibility. Move into it.
Oh, wow, look at her comment. My mom's birthday tomorrow, my first one without on Earth. That's what I'm blocking.
Aha. Okay. Absolutely right. There's the clarity. Feel the feelings. Allow them to come through. Allow her to come through.
You're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone, dear one. You're never alone. We know that there are emotions to process. I feel sad. I feel grief. I feel this. Kelly just today was crying over an ex that it ended more than a year ago. She surprised herself after sobbing for a good 2 minutes. It hit hard. She went, I didn't know. I was hanging on to a little bit of hope there. Process the emotions as they come, but recognize that you are never alone. And as you process the emotions, it comes down to a choice. You can view it as a day of lack, and they're like nudging you, Bobbie, like our words. You can view it as a day of lack. Look what I lost this day, or look at this day that I get to remember the blessings that this person brought to my life, that this person chose to have me, that this person, you could do it as a day to celebrate that this person gave you birth, gave you life, or a day of lack. That's what it somewhat boils down to. That was a little blunt. Sometimes spirit's a little blunt.
Yeah.
All right, she's saying thank you. So Cindy, hit us with your question, and Dolphin, hit us with your question. As we wait for their question, don't forget, you all, I am launching this month a soft launch of my High Vibe Club. It is $12.99 or $99 this month. You can get the $99 membership for $1 for the first month. It will automatically go up though. Everyone this month gets access to the VIP workshop on the 25th this month. So come hang out, enter early bird for the VIP level to receive the first month for $1. And this is for the person who wants to continuously keep growing in a positively uplifting way at a decent pace. It's at your own pace, because this is a do-it-yourself club with some live interaction. You got 2 tiers of access. But I see Cindy's question. So, guys, you can get personal readings with Bobbie here.
And I'm wanting to tell people that I've been having so much fun doing life coaching as well as psychic readings for people, and really giving you tools to move forward in your life. Tools like Kelly and I just talk about on how to relate to people, how to move forward in your relationship with yourself, how to navigate so many of the challenges that go forward in your life. And it's just been powerful, powerful stuff coming through for people. It's probably why I'm booked out until the beginning of next, or the end of next week. So I'm really excited at the number of reads I've been having and the number of successes that have been happening for the people I read for. Loving it, loving it.
I know, aren't our jobs the coolest? We literally get a row ticket to people's awesome successes.
We get to watch people grow. Isn't that beautiful? I had a sister-in-law once said, why don't you plant a garden, Bobbie? And I said, darling, people are my garden. That's the garden I want to grow.
Okay, Cindy, many questions about job, life, and love. Looking to move my status in my workplace. Will my career choice improve as I would like? So guys, I'm going to help more people receive a message from this. Anyone who is asking, how do I make more money? How do I make more out of work? Will I get this promotion? This answer is going to help you. Will my career choice improve as I would like? Cindy, we're going to come in with another straight to the matter blunt message. It will improve when you take ownership of it improving. When you stop viewing it as someone outside of you has control over your career, that's when your situation will improve. Because all it is, from our game, we see it like a chess piece. Here's me, I'm working here, instead of this is my end all be all, this is this is my lifetime job. My boss is being so mean, and focusing on that. Focus on, how do I feel while I'm here? Am I getting the career opportunities that I would like? Do I see a career path extension to the type of salary I would like, the type of responsibilities I would like? Do you like it? Yes or no? If you do, you stay. If you don't, instead of getting into a disempowered place of, are they going to give me the pay raise? Are they going to give me the promotion? Are they going to let me work on this job? Well, if they would treat me better, I would flower at work. If you don't like how you're feeling treated at work, You prep the resume, and then you go find a new place of employment. We're going to borrow from Bobbie and Gregory. This, if this is good, well, we're expanding a little bit, Bobbie. This, if this is good, if it feels good, stay there, enjoy it. Or this and something better. Okay, this is paying my bills right now. I know that Kelly likes to call this the princess archetype into the queen archetype. The princess, everything the princess has is given to her by others. The queen knows this is the next step for my queendom. This is the next step for my people. This is the next thing that I'm allowing in. Is this the vehicle that's delivering it to me? Is my current workplace the one that's delivering it to me? No. Well, I'm disappointed because that would have been easier. Is this one that I'm interviewing for right now it? No? Okay. That's the mindset switch you have to get the career success you want.
Well, I would add something, Kelly, but you were either channeling me or Gregory. I'm not sure which, because the words you started out with, the first half of what you were saying was exactly what was coming through to me. So, Cindy, listen to her message and step into your own ability. There's resistance there. There's some sort of resistance, and there's a belief system that you can't have. And that's not the truth, because you know you can, and you know you want it, but there's this little sense of it. It's right just below just above your gut, where you're kind of holding back some of your own beauty and your own ability. And until you own that you believe you can move forward and begin to see how you can move forward, and from that seeing, don't just say, I can move forward and it's wonderful. It's like, and the steps I'm going to take are, then you will begin to have the success you're seeking. So this is a pivotal point for you to focus on. And your energy right now is, you had mentioned love life, your energy right now is in your career. And focusing on that will move you forward, and the love life will take care of itself a little further down the road. Yeah.
Sorry, I started chatting there.
I
yeah.
see.
Cindy, there's a belief system in there. There's no assertion. There's only attraction. And when you're getting stuff you don't like, that sucks. But it's an awareness for you. If there's a part of me that thinks that this is okay. So if the belief system right now is, my career is in their hands, whether I get this promotion or not, whether I get success or not, is in their hands. When's the first time in your life where you literally gave up that power? Go back and heal that incident, and then the rest is all gravy. Hey, I see a lot of Philly comments, guys. If you all get together, 10 guaranteed people at $100 of tickets, I will go there, and I will even get there in June or July, guys.
Way to go, Kelly. All right.
Because I think I could drive to Philly from where I live even. We can make this happen. If you guys get 10, email me. I'll set up the sales page and we'll make it happen. Okay, Dolphin, what's your question? Actually, I think I saw hers earlier.
You think what?
Dolphin, her question. I think she sent a question in. Wow, I think Philly's gonna happen. Guys, hey, whoever is the ringleader and organizes it and gets the 10 people and submits payment, you get a one-on-one with me, just to incentivize you a bit.
Okay, there's Dolphin Girl.
You want to go first or you want me to go first? Hey, Angel.
Okay. When will I meet the one? I'm working on manifesting and meditating and working on myself. My darling, there's a planet of 7 to 9 billion people out there. Please, please don't limit yourself to one. When will you be ready to connect with one of the ones who is available to you, is your question. And as you work on creating the energy inside of you that is happy with you, is blessed with you, who knows that you are perfect the way you are, as you work on that, you create an energy that will draw in people of similar interest. But what we're picking up in your energy is there is this little space in the heart where there's some fear about trusting, about moving into relationship, about getting hurt. And if you're letting the fear of getting hurt determine whether or not you're in relationship, you will never get into a relationship, because there's no guarantees, even if you find one who is phenomenally great, that there won't be hurt in it. There's some issues to be cleared up. There's a wonderful woman called Brene Brown, and there is lots of talks of hers about the value of being willing to fail and the value of being willing to be vulnerable so that you can open up to your bliss in life. And we invite you to look. She's got a special on Netflix, and she's got multiple things on the internet about vulnerability and moving past it so that you can move into what it is you truly love to do, because you have to be willing to deal with the hurt so that you can open yourself and know that you will move into developing who you need to be to have the relationship you want to have. You got to be the person you want to be to have got to be the person, you want to be to have the relationship you want to have. I'm not sure I said that right. Anything to add to that, Kelly? That didn't quite sound right. You've got to be.
Well, a lot. That makes so much sense. And I want to share, because I know people who have been like single for a long time, and I've already been working on me. You guys use me as an example. You could argue I've traveled 2 years by myself in the country. I started a business by myself. I had a lot of success by myself. I went and did, it's called integration work, inner child work, where I went in, okay, is there a part of me? Obviously, I'm not married, so there's a part of me that's afraid of getting married still. What is it? Come talk to me. And the voice just came up and said, we're afraid of being consumed. We're afraid of being all consumed by a relationship. And I went, okay, well, thank you for telling me. How can I help you? How can I help you feel better? Well, promise us we won't be all consumed. I'm like, okay, what is it? What does that mean? And then the voice got a little, we don't want to be consumed. And I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out on my own then. What does that mean? And that's when I realized I wasn't telling my uncle, I wasn't telling my aunt what I do for a living. Oh, I teach meditation. I was downplaying who I was in exchange for feeling that they would still like me, because they're just not into spiritual stuff. And there was a part of me that I was kind of giving in to my uncle. Not giving in. He wasn't being manipulative. I wasn't giving in. I had such a strong, he would say, oh, I would really like that. I want to do that. I want to make you happy. And then I started getting a little disgruntled, kind of like what we talked about earlier. And that's when I realized, oh my God, that's what the part of me that's afraid of getting married is talking about. So this is what, like when you said vulnerability, this is what I heard, Bobbie. Mm-hmm. You guys have to be willing to have that vulnerability to, hey, I do play with tarot cards for a living. I do channel spirit guides for a living. You want to know what George has to say? Oh, you should have seen mine. She's like, oh, who's George? I'm like, oh, my spirit guide. The voice in my head. Wink. It's that level of vulnerability of who you are. Does that make sense, Dolphin?
And that's part of what I got out of that, Bobbie, as I'm listening to you. Because when I channel, I hear it different than when it comes back at me as Bobbie. When I met Roger, my sweetheart, I was just getting out of I call it an incredibly adequate marriage. And there was a lot of hurt in that relationship. And here I met Roger 3 months after I was out of that relationship. And as a counselor, I would never tell anybody to jump into a relationship within 3 months. I tell them to give yourself a year or two. Here I am, 3 months later, I meet this guy, and it's like, but I could be hurt. And then I realized I could stay alone and be hurt too. I have some relatives who've chosen never to get married again because they had one bad marriage, and they spent the rest of their life lonely and hurt. I've had relatives, well, I won't go to, but anyway, you have to be willing to be vulnerable, but you also have to be willing to set boundaries. And what I realized is if I could say no, if the relationship turned out not to work, I was willing to walk. Okay. He was many things I wanted, but if it didn't turn out to be what I wanted, I was ready to walk. And that's important too. And it's completely different than what we were talking about, but that's what I tripped off on. Must be answering somebody's question in there, Kelly. Sorry.
All right, we got 17 more minutes for the free read. So guys, hit us again with me and we will pick some more. These are fun. These are good ones. These are really getting people some good growth in here. Woo. Wow, one name popped open.
Milla popped out to me, but it went really fast.
Kristen.
Okay.
You said what?
Milla, M-I-L-A. I'm not seeing her again, but I saw that one.
Oh, Indra. Should we stick with 3 for now?
Yeah.
Okay, Kristen, it might be Kirsten, Milla, and Indra. So get type your questions in, homies. We love, and thanks for everyone showing up too. We love channeling. We obviously can't do it without you.
Gwen Butler. Do I know Gwen? That looks very familiar.
So we've got our next 3. It's Kirsten, Kristen. I think it was K-I-R. Kristen, Mila, and Indra.
But y'all need to be writing some. So while we're waiting for the question.
Yes, Kirsten.
I just want to stay,
Sorry, go ahead, Bobbie.
I was just going to say, yes, I am available for readings. I'm having fun doing readings. I'm looking forward to being able to guide people into the most magnificent life they want to live. Finding new ways. I'm reading so many books about how to do business, about how to be a writer, about how to be a psychic, about how to do spiritual work. Oh my God. There's so many areas that I'm playing with right now, and it's really fun to be teaching people. I'm having great fun doing that.
Hey, Gwen. Indra, okay, hold your question.
Milla, there we go.
All right, let's just go out of order. You want to do Milla?
Oh, that was the first one I saw. Okay.
Oh, karmic lesson. I'm big on that. Oh, go for it though, Bobbie. Whatever.
Do you have? Well, I was the one that.
I saw someone else's. Okay, I want to go on a little rant about karma before you read. I saw someone else's question about, am I suffering because of a soul contract of a karmic lesson? No. No, there is no contract you made beforehand to suffer. There is no soul contract you made with someone to bang around and beat each other up and in and out of each other's lives. There's a right here, right now law of attraction. You guys in the vibrational vicinity to either be together or to teach you the next lesson you need to learn to be with the one. Okay, I'll rant over.
So Milla, what I'm getting, karmic lesson. The way you find your karmic lesson is, what am I trying to learn right now in my life? You look at the life you're living and you look at the results you're getting. The results you're getting are in proportion to the behaviors and the thoughts and the wishes and the dreams that you've put out there. If your life is going beautifully, then you have been putting out ideas, thoughts, dreams, and behaviors that are giving you results that work for you. If your life is not working well, then there are those lessons to learn. Karma is merely a feedback system. When I am in struggle and strife with the people around me, it's because I've chosen people who are struggling and strifeful. It's because I'm being struggleful or strifeful. It's because I have a lesson to learn about how to navigate relationships so that I can get along. When I'm in relationships, when I'm looking out and everything's going smoothly, it's because I've made choices that way. When I'm trying to grow myself in business and there are different lessons popping up, that's lessons. Karma is lessons. It's lessons you're learning now. Kelly is absolutely right. It isn't that there's some big God in the sky saying, okay, you're going to have to do this one now, or I've got this set up for you. You did that last life. It's looking to see the cause and effect in your life today based on your behaviors today. If there is other stuff from other lifetimes you've led, that's just stuff for you to deal with today. So look at the life you've got today. Look at the decisions you need to make today. Make better decisions so you can get a better life. It all happens in the now. Gregory is saying all of life is consecutive moments of now. It doesn't matter what happened back then. It doesn't matter what happened over there. It's now, it's now, it's now. Be in your now. Focus on your now and make behaviors and thoughts and visualizations in your now of what you want to have so that you can manifest it in your now.
Because what happens, guys, with karma, past lives, generational energy, yes, but it is what it creates your launching pad. It is what's creating your starting point. Do you get the energy from your grandparents that passed it to your parents? Your parents, while you were in the womb, you were picking up their emotions. You were picking up their set points. A great example is, like my parents weren't big on sales at all. They thought it was they actually, I don't know exactly what they thought, but considering how evil I thought sales was, where did I learn it from? Very likely my parents. So that's my launching pad. I'm not paying a past life debt to suffer and never be able to sell in this lifetime. I don't have a soul contract to struggle my whole life with it. It's okay, so my parents weren't good at it. My grandparents weren't good at it either. And in fact, they taught me how to work for the man and just pretty much grovel for any work. That's my starting point. So get in that place, Kristen, or we're reading from Mila right now. Get in that place of this is what I'm starting at. There's a part of me that expects in and out behavior from a relationship. What part of me expects that? Explore that and then tell the new story. Well, right here, right now, I now expect consistency in love. I now expect consistency in love. So Mila, tell us a little bit more, like, where are you at and what's your day-to-day life on that? And does anyone have?
It's such a challenge because there are belief systems about karmic wheels, and it's for the India, it's the karmic wheel. For Christianity, it's sin. It's just something outside of self causing your life, and that isn't what I get from spirit.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, Mila. Oh, haven't heard it. Okay, that was from before.
So your current karmic lesson is to let go of thinking that it's like, I've actually been depressed and stagnant and afraid to make a move in any direction.
Yeah, that's not karma. Okay.
I feel hopeless. I feel hopeless and I don't know what to do. That brings it back. Sorry, Bobbie, if you want to just
go ahead. This is good.
Okay. I feel hopeless and I don't know what to do. I feel I'm getting more hopeless than desperate. I feel hopeless and I don't know what to do. That brings it all back to you. Okay, I feel hopeless and I don't know what to do. Well, I want to know what to do. Universe, if there's a way for me to get out of the situation, if there's a way for someone like me to make more money, if there's a way for someone like me to attract in a love partner, if there's a way for someone like me to make more money, I want to start seeing the ways, because I'm about to give you guys I love questions, Kristen. The simplest explanation of law of attraction. Law of attraction is not some mystical, magical thing. Law of attraction is when you go to a car dealership and you think, oh yeah, I think I'm going to buy a green Honda. And you start seeing green Hondas everywhere where you drive. What you focus on, you get. When I was just thinking about burritos and you brought burritos in. What you focus on, you get. So if you focus on bringing the power back to you, I feel hopeless. And if there's a solution to this, I would like to become aware of it. That's when the universe can come in. If you're in a place of, oh, it's because of karma. Oh, it's because some of this is because my parents taught me this, because of that. Universe can't do anything. There's this gap, and universe is like, hey, close the gap. Once you're here, I feel hopeless and I'd like to feel better. Now your focus is on, I'd like to feel better. What are the ways? And those ways will come in.
And what Kelly is saying is so important, because the question is, when you want to know about your karma or God punishing you, the question is, why is this happening to me? The universe, the questions you ask determine the quality of the life you have. Change the question from why is this happening to me to what do I need to do differently to create a new situation where this won't happen to me, or where I can make something different happen. And you do that through the series of statements that Kelly was talking about. Changing your vibrational pattern.
And you know, Mila, I don't have a free resource for moving out of hopelessness, despair, depression on my website. I do have a free one that's for people who are paycheck to paycheck on money. That has the information so that you can move up. You're just going to have to apply it from money to well-being. So read it. You can see the types of questions, the way I word it, the way I move through the 5 steps to manifest, and then apply it to your situation. Like, let go of the belief system that you have to struggle before it gets good. Just let it go.
Yeah. Okay. Have we seen Indra? Who's next? Because I see Indra's question.
Yeah. Do you see Kirsten's?
I see Indra's up at the top, and I thought I saw Kirsten's.
Oh, love life, please. I have someone I have my eyes on, Ben. I feel like we are soulmates, but nothing is moving forward. So anyone who's asking, is my ex going to contact me back? I feel like there's good energy. Is he going to ask me out? This answer is going to help you. Or are you going to do it or am I?
Well, the only thing I'm getting is no.
Oh, okay.
I don't usually get that clear an answer, but wow. Move on. Look elsewhere. There's more for you. Don't grab at the first thing that comes through as if it's the only thing coming through. Trust yourself to have more opportunities and more possibilities than you're currently seeing. That must be her guide, because that doesn't sound like Gregory.
It doesn't sound like Gregory. And it's a no. That he has something that he's focusing on right now. But you, darling, were not asking for a boyfriend when he came into your life. You were asking for a bit of hope, a spark of, if it's possible, let me see how. You were asking for hope. You were looking for a wake-up call to get you out of stuck, stagnant energy. He was just there for you to go, oh, that's right. That's the spark of life. Now it's about you crafting and creating that spark of life in your other areas. Because our definition, how we like it, we're going to borrow from Abraham, how we like love and relationships. It's not, let me meet the one so I can then feel love. It's, I love this YouTube live. I love the people who are watching it with me. I love that someone else created the software on YouTube that made it so easy for non-tech, for spiritual people to do this. I love the technology of PayPal. I love internet. I love the people who created internet. I love flowers. I love the sun outside. I love that the sun and my skin together, just my body knows how to make vitamin D from it. I love that there's sidewalks, that the city maintains the sidewalks. There's architects who know how to design love. Get in the vibration of love and then find someone who you want to share that vibration with. You're in a process of waking up. Wake up to that spark of love, of life again. That was the manifestation that he was there to answer. Everyone, if they are not in your life, if they are not contacting you, let them go. Your lover is supposed to be your best friend. They're going to want to hang out with you. They're going to want to call you. It's not, let me sit back and show them that I can be the cool girl. No, they're going to want, like, oh, my babe called me. They're going to want to hear from you. They're going to want to spend time with you. And it's like, do you understand? They're getting all serious right now. Ooh, that sun is.
I know. It just came in the window. Did you raise a blind, or it just?
I did. It will get too dark if I shut it, though. Oh, a catalyst. That's such a good way to word it. Hey, Neuralay again. What's up?
And thank you for the thank yous for all of you who are thanking us. I love the hearts and the thank yous and the acknowledgement for the work that we're doing, because this is such fun. Oh my God. I got on this call and I told Kelly, I don't know if I have any energy. And she and I get going and it's like, yeah, the lightning bolts are striking. I'm full of energy. And Kelly is so full of energy. She's manifesting the sun shining.
It's the sunset here is so beautiful. It's going to go down probably like 20 minutes. I'm going to be able to watch it as I do this live. It's going to be beautiful. Makes it a little hard to see the comments though. Actually, I'm completely blind to them right now.
So who are we at now?
We're at Indra. Indra, go ahead and get us with your question. And Kirsten, do you have any little feedback? These messages for others resonate with me. Oh yeah, that's how this works, guys. It's by synchronization. So whoever asks the questions is kind of the one that's asking a question that represents the whole audience. So you will definitely, even when we switch over to the paid section of this, and Indra, go ahead and type your question in. Even when we get to the paid section, they'll just be the one asking the question for it to be applied directly to them. But if you kind of sit back and go, how does this apply to me? You'll start hearing your own answers too.
I know.
I don't see Indra.
Well, Indra was up there earlier, but I have to go.
Yeah, but if
I don't know how to make the screen roll on this thing.
Indra, are you still live?
Indra, I'm open to any message Spirit wants to give me, but would like to know what's coming for me in love and career. I don't know if she's still around, but that's what she asked a few minutes ago.
Yeah, she just retyped.
Oh, okay.
You gotta take a little more power back in that. You want to go?
Pardon?
Obviously, you gotta take a little more power back. Not what is coming to me. What does Spirit want? It's I want a boyfriend. How do I get one? I want a girlfriend. How do I get one? Get a little more power in that. But I'm okay, Bobbie, I'll let you do the read now.
I'm not picking up a lot. Let me see the question again. I have to, okay, anything that Spirit, okay, let's go with anything Spirit wants you to know, because that's what's going to come through for me. Open your heart, center yourself, be aware of the beauty that you are in your life. You're looking out to the world for approval. And what really needs to happen, my darling, is for you to look inside and appreciate how far you've come, how you've grown, what you've learned. And from that place, begin to move forward to your next best step. There are steps along the path that you're wanting to take that you can't take if you keep your focus out to what other people think, what other people approve of, what other people want. Bring your energy into love of self, into acceptance for the growth that you've gone through, for the strength that you have, and for the possibilities that are there for you. We really want you to feel this and know this and be in this energy of appreciation for you. When you're in that space, you're going to begin to get many of your own answers. The answers are there, but when they come through, when you're in doubt, you can't hear the answers. So begin to trust, begin to have faith, begin to know that you have the ability to love you, to trust you, and to move forward in your life.
Heart opening, heart opening, heart opening. Chakra, heart chakra work. Opening up to allowing more love in your life. Lessons to come in a positive, uplifting way. Conversation to feel more positively uplifting. Love. Third eye, third eye, third eye. Allowing yourself to trust what you know. Because many times we are speaking to you. Oh, I can't possibly know. The doubt that Bobbie said. Opening your heart chakra to have a more grounded, balanced, loving physical experience on earth. Opening your third eye for you to trust what you cannot know with your eyes, nose, ears, hands, but that you know from source coming into you. That is the growth edge, the growth lesson that you're on right now. Play some heart chakra chant. There you go. The sun's setting. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Heart chakra chants and third eye chant. Just type that into YouTube and you can get 3-hour, 8-hour ones and just play it throughout the day as you're in there. All right, guys, so let's switch over to the people who you want us to answer your question guaranteed. Send $30 to PayPal me /Kelly Lunt. And when you send the money, there is a note to answer your question. If you send money without a question, we can't answer your question. So that's it. There's the link. Click it. You might have to log into PayPal or figure out something. Some people had to figure it out last time.
While we're doing that, I'm going to run and get some water because I have to have water when I channel. I'll be right back.
Okay. How do you open your third eye? That's a good question. I don't have a video made on that right now. YouTube Teal Swan. Dude, Teal Swan, third eye. She'll have a video on it. Or you could just do third eye awakening chant on YouTube. There's a lot of that kind of stuff on YouTube already. But it's really just kind of like, I mean, a good meditation that you can visualize on your own. Picture like a little light in here, like a lantern, and picture yourself lighting the lantern and the flame kind of igniting and just watching the flame grow. That's a beautiful energetic way to just kind of get it going. I just don't have someone just asked, how do you open your third eye?
I have no idea. I just do it. I just visualize it open and I visualize the energy going to my third eye. And when I do that, an energy thing happens and an awareness comes that's different than before I do that. So I'm open to hearing how to do that too, Kelly. I just do it.
Kelly, he gave me hope. I felt hope. Words that he said made me feel hopeful. Now I know I want someone where the words and the actions match. I want someone who follows through on their words.
He can't give you hope without your permission. He can't hurt you without your permission. He is him, and you're the one in charge of the feelings and the behaviors that happen for you. It's really important. Don't give your power away to another. It puts them in a position most of them don't want, and it leaves you powerless. That's not a healthy place to be.
Yeah, you guys can picture a lantern. You can picture an eye. You can picture anything in this area. Just like you could picture a lotus flower blossoming and opening. There's a lot of meditations already on YouTube for that. And type in Teal Swan third eye. I know that she'll have something on there.
It's so interesting for me because there's so many things that I just do. And then I'll read something or hear something like you're talking, oh, there's techniques for this. And I don't think that some of what we do and how we channel and how we tap into spirit is so much easier than people believe. We're looking for a formula and an idea and steps. And some of it's just taking the time to breathe and center and imagine what it's like for you to have your third eye open. Imagine what it's like for you to channel. Imagine what it's like for you to hear spirit. Imagine what it's like for you to see visions. Imagine and let spirit work through that imagination. Oh, that was just channeled. Okay.
Yeah, because it's really kind of building trust in like something that you can't see or touch with your hands. And I remember when I started, well, actually, let's just get to some of the questions, because we can talk about that forever. Okay, so we got a question from Molly and we got one from a number. Interesting.
Okay.
So Molly, her question is, just call me Molly. I want some affirmation that I'm on the right life path. So for everyone who submits a question this way, Bobbie will answer it and I'll answer. We'll both answer it and give you our all.
Okay, so Molly wants...
I want some affirmation that I'm on the right path.
Yes. Would you like some clarity with that affirmation, Molly? Because we believe the question you're really asking is, how do I know I'm on the right path? And what do I do to move forward on this path? We're noticing it's like you're standing there at the beginning of this path and you're standing at a doorway and you've got one foot halfway through not even halfway, you just got one foot over the what do they call that? The stepping part of the door. And it's like you want assurances before you take the step. And if you will take the step and move through the door and feel the energy, because on the other side, we see some light, but all you can see is the darkness because you're staying in this side saying, well, I don't want to take the step until I have some assurances that it's going to be the right step. What we want you to know is, Molly, you have to take the step. Feel whether or not it's okay before you can decide if you're going to take another step. Let us give you an example. Many, many years ago, when Bobbie was unhappy in a job she was at, she knew she didn't want to be there, but she didn't know what step to take. Well, we couldn't get through to her that she could do this, what she's doing right now. She couldn't believe this was possible back then. So somebody showed up to do a massage course. And she wasn't sure, but we kept sending the information, take the step, take the step, take the step. She resisted a long time, but when she finally took the step, she moved into it and she became a massage therapist. But after a while, it was like, but that isn't where I want to be. But that step led her to the next step, which was helping people, which led her to the next step, which was being a counselor, which led her to the next step, which was doing this full time. And now moving into writing more. So each one of the steps she took led her to the next step. We could not, if we had told her she was going to be on a YouTube live, talking to hundreds of thousands of people, talking to people on the other side of the world like she was the other day, being in front of crowds of people where she had to speak, if we had told her that was the right step for her 30 years ago, she'd have pulled into a ball and never made a step anywhere. So we had to give her little steps to move her forward. And Molly, that's what we're trying to do with you. But you're at that place where you've got your foot out and you need to take the step, try something, see how it feels. You've got the ideas. We can see the ideas are good, but you've got to actually physically put them into action before you're going to get the results that will affirm for you that you're on the right path. We can tell you till the cows come home that you're on the right path, but till you feel it and see it, it's just words.
What we'll add to this is that confidence isn't a steadfast, unfallible emotion. Confidence is feeling all of your emotions and moving with all of your emotions in it. Confidence is actions with all of you integrated. There's two big key things we said to you there. One is, as much as it is law of attraction, follow the joy. Sometimes the joy that, oh, this feels so good, this step, if there's an old fear lingering in there, it's not going to be that happy, happy, joy. It's going to be this feels so good, I have to do this, but this also feels bad. Instead of stalling and stagnating, the part of you that's, oh my God, this feels so good, talk to the part. What's the part of me that's afraid of this? You'll hear your answer, Molly. You could probably even do it. Let this sit in, do it. After they answer the next one, share it with the group. They'll be able to chime in more. What's the part of me that's afraid of doing this? When Kelly was first starting her spiritual business, we never told her she would have this many followers. We never told her she would be a coach. We never told her that she would be making a membership program. We literally just guided her to go make a video for every zodiac sign. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not this. I'm not that. all her resistance, the fear of being ostracized by her society. I spent 2 years getting to know this community. I don't want to now come out of the spiritual closet and now get kicked out. I just made friends here. It was her next step, but there was that fear in there. So there's a little fear in there too. Can you identify what's the fear? Kelly was, okay, I understand. Like, I get why I'm so afraid. I get the part of me is like afraid of being ostracized, afraid of moving, afraid of like a huge expense to move my stuff out of here in case the city comes like, you know, with their pitchforks on my door. I want to feel my fear and the part of it's happy with it, and we'll move together in the safest way for us. And they're asking, do you understand? So it sounds like, Indigo, you're on the right track. This is your affirmation to keep going and to take some action. That's, I'm going to, sometimes spirit is long-winded. So short, human to human. Yes, you're on the right path. The next action step that you think that you know you should take, but you're ready to take it, it means to take it. Okay, they're saying again that try that little integration process when we answer the next question. Try the process where you do kind of go in and what's the part of me that's afraid of doing this? What are you afraid of? What's the worst case scenario that you're afraid of? Like, talk to that part of you, ask the questions. How can I help you feel safer with this? What can I do to make you feel more comfortable? And then those things that they say feel more comfortable, do those things for it.
I keep hearing, I just found this book that I haven't read yet. It's called Business Boutique, and it's written by a woman who helps people start their own business. And it addresses many of the fears that we as women have specifically about moving out into the world. And I haven't read the book. I just read the foreword and it started making me cry. And I keep seeing the book in relationship to this question from Molly. And I don't know if she's starting a business or whether or not it's just the idea of understanding women's fears and what gets in the way of our life. It can be in starting a business. It can be in moving forward in your life. But I'm getting that book. So it's called the Business Boutique, not Boutique Business, but the Business Boutique by Christy. And I don't have her last name.
I think she'll be able to find it. All right, guys, so we have one more person who has a question lined up. If you want to make sure that your question gets answered, I just put instructions in where to send it, how to send it, and we're going to make sure to answer every single question. So our next question is coming from, I'm so glad that helped, Indigo. I'm very curious what it is that you're doing. Our next question is coming from 1981. And the question is, I just want to know how he truly feels about me. We are ex-friends with benefits now, working on being cordial. I do love him. Okay, so let me, 1981. Oh, he loves the nookie. I can tell you that. He's really enjoying that.
It's not in your highest and best interest.
I am picking up a fondness, but here that I'm saying fondness, not a desire, not a love, not a passion, not a let's take it slow to rekindle. It's there's a fondness of towards you, of you. Okay, I'm trying to tap into his emotions so you can, sometimes I know it just helps to get that clarity of how they feel. Listen to what Bobbie said. It is definitely not in your interest to spend any time here.
What's happening is this is a situation that's meeting his needs, but it's not what you want, my darling. It's not what you want. It doesn't fill your heart up. You care about him, but you're caring about him like you're less than, like you're not worthy of somebody to honor you and to want to be with you and to appreciate you. And you're willing to settle for the crumbs that he's giving. And that is not in your best interest. Yes, you can be with him and you can hang out with him and enjoy him. But if you really look inside your heart, sweet one, it's not filling your heart up because you are not being honored and you deserve better. And we want you to know that you deserve better. And if he can't give you better, and he's not giving you better, open yourself up and know that when you feel yourself worthy, then the person you invite in finds you worthy. And if you're willing to settle for less than, then less than is what you're going to get. And we don't want that for you, but it's your decision. It's a hell of a lesson you're learning right now.
Yeah, so there's a couple of belief systems in there that's keeping you attracted to him. One is you have to suffer before it gets good. You have to put in your dues before you receive your payment. You have to prove yourself first and then you receive. The other one, classic codependent narcissist. Watch Kelly's video. Why did I attract a narcissist? Watch that one. It's going to break it down so beautifully for you. The codependent often thinks, I have to give before I get. If I take care of their needs, then they will take care of mine. If I take care of his needs and show him that I could be cool and low maintenance, then he'll want a relationship with no. No, 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 no. He is trying to get away with giving as little as he can. What is that? Eat the cake and enjoy the pie and the ice cream too. But he's not going to go and milk the cow. He's not going to go and graze the cow. He doesn't want to be the farmer, the one committing to the relationship. He doesn't want to nurture anything right now. He wants to enjoy pie. You think you're being the easy breezy, cool, laid back girl, when in reality you have those two belief systems that he is there to highlight those belief systems for you so that you can learn, be aware, and start the process of rewriting them. And they're asking, do you understand?
And Phyllis, yes, we are doing the $30 questions now.
That's where you submit them. I think you'd actually be next, Phyllis. I don't know if anyone submitted after this one. So get your question in now and you will be next. But yeah, Martina, that's a deep one. I remember being there. Bobbie was my life coach, coaching me through that one. Oh, Kelly, I'm trying to think how you worded it. Kelly, my husband has a great way of wording it, that sometimes men give you crumbs and women are exceptionally good at turning a crumb into a cake. And I remember afterwards thinking that was such a beautiful, nice way to say.
I'm not saying he said it that nicely. He'd say, he said, I got to appreciate women. You can make a cake out of a pile of crumbs, but why do you keep taking the crumbs? You deserve better. My sweetie does not like to see women allowing themselves walked on, which is part of the reason why I'm with him.
That's so sweet. It took a while for that message to kind of sink in a little bit there. Okay, next question. 1981, you good before we go on to the next one? Let's see. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Just be done with him. I'm not interested in that. Don't try to change him. I'm not interested in that. But if you're interested in that, no, it's just don't answer his phone anymore. Don't respond to his text. Don't respond to his turn away. Meditation that could help you. Picture him, and picture yourself so that your back is to him. That might be hard to do, but that meditation can help. You can do this one every day. Once you get your back to him, then begin to visualize what's ahead of you. A field of flowers, a carnival, travel.
And beware that when you start doing that visualization, it is going to pique his interest for the chase, and then reconnect to whether or not you want to go back into that dance that you have to pull away for him to move forward. Go back to your narcissist and codependent dance. Watch that thing Kelly's talking about. You need to listen to that.
Oh, I totally explained why the codependent explains the narcissist.
Yep.
I related it back to enmeshment trauma. One was the golden child, one was the rebel child. Oh, I totally, that video. Yeah, he's in a relationship now. Oh my God. No. Okay. Hell no then.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to, Samantha, what's up, home girl? I gave you a little tune up earlier. I'm curious what your questions are going to be right now. I see Stephanie's though. Samantha is on some huge growth, Bobbie. I'm so proud of her. She might be moving away to a summer for a beach vacation. Okay, but this is Stephanie. Stephanie is asking, what guidance do you have for me Work and relationship wise, I thought I had my job down correctly, but now I'm under a written warning and probation. Relationship people wise, I feel like I misjudged my friends. So it's same vibration. I feel like my intuition is failing me, but I don't know if it's all in my head. Please and thank you, help. I love your show. Oh, we love you too. You want me to read it to you again, Bobbie?
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'd prefer if you started, if you don't mind.
Okay. The reason your intuition is failing you is because you're not listening to it. The reason you're under the warning at work and the challenges with relationship is you're not honoring where you really want to be. You want the job to work. And the job is different than relationships. With the relationships, you're needing to be more honest. Let's do one at a time here, Bobbie, please. With the job, it's not a match. You want it to work, but it doesn't. It's not a match. It's not what you love to do. It's not where you're meant to be. It's not the people you're meant to be with. And that's why this one isn't lining up for you. And a part of you knows that, but you're not listening to your own guidance that says, I don't really like this. So that part of you that doesn't want to be there subverts and creates a situation. And the people you're working with aren't who you want to work with. That's part of it too. It's not all you. Some of this is them. And paying attention to some of the dynamics of the workplace do not feel real zesty. At least not what I'm picking up. So that's one thing. And in relationships.
Wait, I got to interrupt on the work thing there. Okay. So on that work side, what Bobbie was taught, great Bobbie, in that reading there was that you want it. What can happen, guys? How it works is, especially you, because you are a very intuitive person, Stephanie. I can feel that from here. You're a very intuitive person. You do get messages from spirit. So you know that feeling of, oh my God, I have to do this. This feels so good. Since you know that feeling, often when someone's like first on their spiritual journey, they know that feeling. It can get to a point where I can create that feeling. So when you get to this place of, here's the feeling, true and genuine, right? I want this. You get so caught up in the, I want it. This is the one and it'll be all. No, I like it. No, look, my boss yelled at me, but I turned that frown upside down and thought of only the good stuff. I want it. You get caught up over here when your intuition is over here. This gap is what makes you start doubting your intuition.
Good explanation.
Yeah, it's had to get, okay.
Yeah. And what came to me is I remember a job that I was in. This is Bobbie coming through for a minute. And I was working in a place that I really needed to get out of. But I went to a meeting, and in the meeting, I thought, I can make this happen. I know how to create my own reality. If I just work a little bit harder and start doing this, and this, I can make this work. And I was going down some stairs. My feet flew out from under me. I landed on my tailbone and almost broke my tailbone. And it was kind of like it stopped my brain. And sometimes it feels that was like me getting through to me that I was on the wrong path because I wasn't listening to myself. Don't wait till you break your tailbone before you listen to yourself. Notice that what Kelly is saying, the intuitive piece of what's happening for you. Okay, I want to go on to relationships. In relationships, what's happening is, don't know quite how to say this. The way you're speaking to the people in your life, the word I keep coming with is too direct, but still not clear. There's an edge to how you're communicating to some of your primary relationships. And it's almost like you're blaming some of them for what's going on in your life, and it's creating dissonance. And if you can begin to look inside and say, how am I creating the dissonance here? How am I creating this struggle here? What can I do to clean this up? Some of what you need to do to clean it up is to change your wording and to be honest about how you really feel. And some of it is to be honest enough about how you really feel to choose not to be in a relationship with a few of these people. So that's why I'm seeing a bunch of different people that we're talking about here. And so there's you weren't specific, so I'm seeing like half a dozen, and for some of them it's choosing, no, that relationship isn't working for me because I'm not being honest about how I really feel and I need to not be with that person. But in a couple of them it's like, if they would be different than I could feel, and that's not the truth. You need to look at what you need to do differently to speak your truth, and then you will find a few of those people, it will get clearer when you start speaking your truth better. That's what I'm picking up, Kelly.
Oh man, I remember being there. I remember being there. It's kind of like when you grew up with love being expressed in a certain way. Like if you, I grew up with a mom who was labeled, I'm going to call it labeled, not diagnosed, labeled as bipolar.
Yeah.
It was very up and down, inconsistent. So what type of relationships did I first attract in? Guys who are, babe, I love you, come here, get the F away from me. It had I like Bobbie's word, someone used hers, a familiar feel to it. And whenever you have a familiar feel, it's like, oh, that's safer. I know what that is. I know what to expect. And see, this is actually when I started, I think this was the first thing that Bobbie helped coach me out of. This is when I was like early 20s. And it was, well, Kelly, you have a choice. This is familiar. This is the type of love you've grown up with your whole life. You're 22. You know what that looks like, though. Are you willing to just play with experiencing love in a different way and seeing if it works out for you? If not, you can always go back to what you know, but are you just willing to try a new way? So the part that feels good, because I know that law of attraction is always about follow your joy, but sometimes what can happen, you have to recalibrate your internal guidance system. You have to recalibrate the connection between you and your inner guidance system. Because when it feels good and bad at the same time, it very likely means that it has that, well, this is familiar. It feels safe. It feels comfortable. It feels like I already know this. That's the part that feels good. But the part that feels bad, you have to sometimes be willing to let go of admitting, like when I was there breaking up with my first abusive boyfriend, I like the way I word that. When I was breaking up with my first abusive boyfriend, I was just sitting there like, oh my God, this man has been living off of me for about 3 years now. He has not contributed financially at all. He's adding $300 a month to my credit card. Why is this hard for me? The part of me who's having a hard time of breaking up with him, can you please come talk to me? Because I can't afford this man anymore. I will have to file bankruptcy and I won't be able to pay my minimum credit card payment in 3 months' time if he keeps adding this much to my credit card. I told him, F love, I can't afford you. He came back and you should be willing to file bankruptcy. You shouldn't be all about money. You're a gold digger. I knew you were. And I was like, how can I be a gold digger? I've been supporting you for 3 years. Oh, but you've just been staying with me for when I would graduate. I'm like, and when is that going to be? It looks like right now you're failing out. And when I asked myself, what's the part of me why is it hard for me to leave him? The part of me that's having a hard time now, talk to me. And they said, admitting that he doesn't love you means that you have to admit that your mom didn't love you in a healthy way. Admitting that he didn't love you and he's been abusive to you is like you finally for the first time admitting the abuse that you went through when you were younger. And I just fell to the ground in tears and crying. So you're kind of going through a similar process, Stephanie. I feel too afraid to try. Oh, it makes sense. I always feel like I could have been more honest. I feel too afraid to try only because I feel like I'm making a mistake. Work-wise, was looking for a new job and relationships. I'm afraid to be honest. So when you're afraid to be honest, obviously that's a lot that you're growing through right there. You should go check out my video too. Spirit Guide, Kelly Lunt, Spirit Guide Damien, Damien. You should totally go check that video out. You will see where I used to be. When there's a fear of being honest, there's a fear of if I speak my truth, there's repercussions for it. If I speak my truth, what really makes me happy, it hurts others. It's the fear of outshining upper limit. It's the fear of if I have something good, it hurts someone else. You're going to be in the process of cleaning that up, recognizing that I can say the type of pizza I want. Start really small on yourself. Don't start with telling potential person that you're going to date. Start with Starbucks. This was delicious. This was too hot. Start with custom ordering pizza.
If you're having trouble being honest, that's huge bunch of information that you're not in the place you need to be. Either you're not having the courage to speak your truth, or you're being around people you can't be truthful with. Either way, you need to make a change. If you can't be truthful with them, you have to own your own truth and speak up. You don't have to. In order to have an effective life, it is important that you speak your truth. If you do not speak your truth, your world and your life become a lie. And the people in your world and the relationships in your world become a lie because you're not speaking your truth. That's not an effective way to run a life. When you speak your truth, if they go away, they were meant to go away. If they stay, you have something to work with. This is Bobbie coming through for a minute. One of the things that Roger and I did that has made this 29-year relationship effective is when we met each other, we had been through lying and pulling punches and not hurting feelings and morphing ourselves to fit what somebody else wanted. And by the time we got to each other, when we were in our 40s, we said, you know what? This is who I am. This is how I am. I'm willing to change A, but not B. And we were brutally honest. We would have these meetings where we would sit down and say, I really want to be with you, but I got to let you know that this is what's true for me. And I can't be with you if this isn't going to work in this way. And we would negotiate and cry and work things through, but we were brutally honest with each other, and we still are. It's easier now because we have a lot of years together, but it was that level of honesty and that willingness to say, if I can't be me in your presence, then I can't be with you. That won't work with me. And my darling, you deserve that for yourself. But if you can't be honest, first you have to be honest with yourself about what you do and don't like about yourself and your fears, and then be honest with somebody else. It's a whole bunch. There's so many layers we can see that you are working on, which is really good, but you've got more layers that you need to work on to learn to be honest with yourself so you can be honest with somebody else so that you can have an honest relationship. Many layers here, my darling.
Okay, let me see. Spirit, George, do you have anything more you want Stephanie to hear about relationship, about work, and intuition? Being you is harder than it sounds. Being you is harder than it sounds. We would encourage, you can definitely watch that Spirit Guide Damien video. We would encourage you, go to Kelly's playlist, High Vibe Monday. We've done about the last 4 to 6 of them, all about different techniques and ways to be you. You can kind of consider that your little bit of coaching for little things you could practice. Just watch one a week, or you can watch them all at once. Those videos will have your next set of practices and tools for you to use. You are rewriting your relationship vortex. You are in the process of shifting. What is love? What is love to me? What does it actually look like? What does it actually feel like? And it will be like trying it on, because for Kelly it was abusive to less abusive to less abusive to less abusive. When she dated a neutral guy, she was, this guy doesn't expect me to pay for him. This guy doesn't expect this. He doesn't expect, I can just show up and see him once a week. She was so tickled pink and thrilled for a year. But then she went, wait a second. I see him once a week. We both pay our own ways. He's sitting there smug. I knew I would date a girl who doesn't let money get in the way. Da, 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 da. And she realized he's not invested in this relationship. He's not planning trips. He's not even indicating he wants them. He's just always saying side passive comments to let me know that I expect you to pay for yourself if we go out. This isn't a relationship. This is a companionship friendship, and I'm putting out. Well, hey, if we're friends, then we're friends. Oh, he didn't like that. How much can you? This is what a relationship feels like to me, knowing that in a year from now, you might recalibrate it. And Kelly went, what used to feel like this is the best relationship of my life turned into, wait, this is actually a friendship. And I'm putting out, no. A friendship to me is this. A relationship to me is this. A relationship is where he doesn't have to pay all the time, but there is some investment. There's either time investment or there's financial investment. There's an investment of the we part of it. That was her new definition. You're going to go through this process of, this is what friendship is to me. This feels good. You know what? Now I know this. Now this is my new type of friendship. This is how I expect to be treated. Here's another one, a third layer. We told you one, we told you that, nope, this is a friendship. Another one that Kelly learned was, a lot of times when the codependent finally learns to speak up for themselves, I want this. If the other person doesn't listen, it does not matter how you word it. You can go read all these books. How do I communicate so they actually heard me? Maybe I said it when they were in a bad mood so they couldn't hear me. Maybe this is the time where I'm supposed to be the patient one. No. Know that you want in friends that if you express something that you want it to be honored. You should not have to continuously reinforce boundaries with anyone. Take that with you as you recalibrate your definition of coworkers, of bosses, of friends, of lovers. Ooh.
Yes. And we have answered.
Okay, so Samantha is up next. And as of right now, Samantha is the last question. So if you guys want your question answered, we will stay on and we will guarantee answers for everyone who submits it. It's $30, so that PayPal me link will both answer it. You're welcome, Steffi. Good luck as you rewrite that. I know totally where you're at. Where do I look for the video? Why did I attract a narcissist? That's what it's called. Just type, why did I attract a narcissist, Kelly Lunt? All right, you know what? I'll look for it for you really quick before we go to Samantha. So we will answer Samantha's, but we'll stay on as long as there are questions coming in. And if not, then we'll end it. Yeah, it's titled, Why Did I Attract a Narcissist? Kelly Lunt. There's the narcissist video. Hey, Nuko. All right, Samantha, let us get to your question. And if you guys want us to answer your question, again, send $30 to paypal.me, Kelly Lunt, type your question in there, and we will get to your question right after Samantha's, which is, ooh, what is truly holding me back, and how do I get others to notice or think about me in a positive way?
Wow. Well, there's an interesting visual. Samantha, who has hold of your arm? I'm not sure if it's an old belief system or a power you've given to another person, but it feels like I see you trying to reach forward, and I see your arm being held, and the words coming out is, no, you can't do that. No, that won't be okay. No, you shouldn't try that. I don't know if there's a physical person in your life trying to tell you that, but the problem is whatever that verbiage is that's going on, and it's something outside of yourself. It's either an old tape you have from childhood or from somebody in your life who doesn't want you to move forward, and you're not even conscious of the fact that you've got this tape running telling you, don't do it, don't move forward, don't take a chance, don't risk, play it safe, be small, it's safe in here. We're not sure exactly what that format is, but you're believing a lie. And you need to examine what we would suggest is you sit down and you write down, what do I fear will happen if, and write down what it is you want to move forward with. And then make a list of all the things you're fearing. And then the next column is, where did I learn that? Where is that coming from? Because you need to identify the negative words that are happening that are getting in your way. It's below consciousness. And when it's below consciousness, all you're aware of is that you're stuck. You want to move, you want to do something, and you're stuck, and you're afraid, and all these fear thoughts come up of I can't. But there's actually a program that you have that says, don't move forward. You better not try that. Stay small. If you do that, you might not succeed. It's just this verbiage. And until you identify it so that you can Number one, identify the words. So what do I fear will happen if I move forward in this area of my life? Then the next column is the fears that come up. And the next column is, where did I learn that? And the final column is the reframes, or this is, if it's because I can't succeed and I learned it from my mother, the final reframe is, I can succeed at anything I try at. I may not know how yet, but I can learn. So you can see the process that you need to use to move past this illusion that you've developed that you're not even completely conscious of. I hope that makes sense, Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha, definitely give us comments. So we want to spend a little more time on this one. Samantha, what I just want to touch on the human level before we get to any questions you have, or I channel my spirit guides. How do I get others to notice or think about me in a positive way? As much as it looks like there's some work that Bobbie mentioned. Oh, and we got to talk about right lobe, left lobe with her, Bobbie. You cannot worry about how they view you. Samantha, do you know how many messages I get of, you're the best, you're amazing, thank you for doing that, like, you're so good at what you do, I love you, Kelly. I also get messages of, I don't give an F about what you and your spirit guides have to say, you're evil, you're horrible. My response to them is simply, oh, well, if you don't like what I do, why do you spend your time this way? That, like,
don't watch the program. There's an off button.
Samantha, I've had about 40 one-on-one VIP clients. I just had my very first one who we agreed to separate before the contract was complete. And he called it, he's like, I don't mean to be challenging you, but how do I know that it's real? How do I know that what you're saying is coming from spirit guides? I need you to tell me something about me that no one else knows, so I know you're real. I just looked at him and went, no, I don't need to prove anything to you. If I'm not your cup of tea for how you want your growth, we can end our contractual obligation right now. I will forgive any additional monies owed, and this will be an upliftment. If you discover that this is not your cup of tea, I'm okay with that. This is your saboteur energy coming out, and I don't prove anything to a saboteur. When you're ready to switch from your saboteur to your magician, you can come back.
So Kelly, she's saying, I don't think anyone has held me back, but I've always felt held back. That's what I was talking about below consciousness, Samantha, is you have that feeling of being held back is an old tape. Let me give you a personal example. Sometimes I will go up to my husband, and not so much anymore, but in the beginning, I'd say, I'm sorry. And he'd say, what are you sorry for? I said, I don't know. I just feel like I'm sorry. I feel like I've done something wrong. And I hate it when this feeling overtakes me. I don't know where it's come from. And that's what Kelly was talking about, doing the eye movement. Get your left and your right brain. Where did I learn to feel like I needed to be sorry?
Wait, break it down slower. This is her first time getting introduced to it. So Samantha, I'm gonna do right lobe, left lobe, and then let Bobbie take back over. You have choices. You can tap your right and left shoulder. Like
okay.
Do it 10 times each side, so 20 times total, 10 times each side, and then switch to left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left, right, because that activates both sides of your brains. It gets all the neurons firing, so both sides are active. Because if you're journaling when just your left side, or I don't remember the sides, there's one side that's more logical, there's one side that's more emotional. You need both active when you do this journaling to unhook those. So you can either tap 20 times down there, 20 times up here, or the eye movement. You have to keep your head dead straight.
Oh, good point.
You put something at eye level. You can hold something. You could use your hands at eye level, and you move it back and forth. Your eyes follow it. My head is perfectly straightforward. There's none of this. There's nothing. Head straight forward. You move this side to side. Do that first. Warm up to that, and then can you walk us through the questions again?
The question is, what do I fear will happen if? Okay. So for me, I was asking, what is this fear I have that I've done something wrong? Where did I learn that I've done something wrong? And what came up for me was, as a child, my father would ask, what have you done to earn your breath today? So I was not aware of that. And for the first 50 years of my life, that I was feeling like I had to earn my breath. And if I didn't earn my breath, I'd done something wrong. I was taking up space on the earth that needed to be taken up by somebody else because I was not earning my worth in the world. Well, that got in my way a lot, because when I would start to move forward in life, there was this feeling I'd done something wrong because I wasn't validated. So there's so many different layers. I did 10 years of therapy to understand multiple layers of things that held me back. And it wasn't always that people did it meanly. Sometimes it was just belief systems in my family, belief systems in the society that a woman's not supposed to do that, that I couldn't do that because I'm too young. I couldn't do that because I'm too old. I couldn't do that because I'm a woman. Whatever these different things are, when you have a sense you're being held back, there's a sub-program. Your brain is a computer. It's the right side of your brain that's a computer. And it just believes whatever it's learned. And I know I gave you that information about the eye movement and the lists. It's a whole process that I can't do in just a few minutes on the show here, because it takes, as Kelly said, she explained it better, that it takes time to learn all of that. So your dad was always encouraging, then he passed away. So I probably lost a lot from that. It doesn't have to be family. Sometimes it can be society. And sometimes it is family. And sometimes it's simple things people might say. My sister Boo was supposed to be the smart one who accomplished everything. And so when I accomplish things, it's like, well, it's too bad that it wasn't the older sister who accomplished it. So I, again, felt less than. It wasn't said in meanness. It was just the belief system in the family.
We would encourage you, go back and re-listen to how Bobbie explained this to you. What do I fear if I would move to here? What do I fear if I would move there and get fired? What do I fear? Think of all the different types of questions. What do I fear if I never get married? What do I fear if I marry the wrong person? What do I fear if I move out there and I hate it? What do I fear? A lot every day. We would encourage you to get both sides of your brain active, do Bobbie's practice. Kelly linked to an inner child meditation for you too. That will help as well. Both of those will help you access different fears that are holding you back right now, Samantha. We would encourage doing it every day. Allow yourself, when you just create that practice, this is the time that I'm creating for old belief systems to be released. In a few days, you'll gain momentum and the releases will happen quicker, more rapidly, and you'll move along quicker. We'd also, as you release something old, something bad, you replace it with something good. I am good enough. I am enough. You're going through a process of discovering that you are enough as you are, Samantha. You showing up as you. You are enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am good enough. I am good enough. I'm going to begin to allow myself to see how I'm good enough. I'm going to begin to allow myself to see how I am enough. I am enough, and I'm now on the journey to discovering that more and more and more and more and more each and every day. I'm going to begin to allow myself to feel like I'm enough. I'm now beginning to allow myself to see how I'm good enough. There's nothing I have to do. There's nothing I have to prove. I no longer have to prove anything to anyone. What you call your dad's encouragement, we would actually say that was more, this was my affirmation, my validation that I was on the right path. I can now give that to myself. And he's asking, do you understand? Yeah, wow, Samantha, they just kind of gave you a big old open heart surgery on this live. What's up, Kathleen? What's up, my homie friend? Might come out here and visit. Yeah, Samantha, you got any follow-up questions on that? I feel like that was, you're going to want to practice that. My spirit guides normally don't say it that way. So definitely do a combo of Bobbie's and like that meditation. Any follow-up questions or anyone else? If you have If you'd like us to answer your question, Samantha's currently our last one. If anyone else submits, we will answer it. If no one else submits, we will close it up with Samantha. But yeah, Samantha, you got any other questions? Or like follow up for what we've done, not a new one, follow up. Do you see that, Bobbie?
Well, it's not a conscious holding yourself back. It's this sub-programming. Imagine your brain is a computer, and on the desk is a computer, is a game where you're driving. But the game that's driving won't work because there's a sub-program in the computer that has a foot on the brake, so you can't push the gas pedal and make the game on the screen work. So it's not that you're not willing, it's that the sub-program. That's why you got to understand that other stuff and reprogram it the way Kelly talked about doing that. So, and when you go back, the steps are, what do I fear will happen if? After you identify the fear, where did I learn that? If you can't find where you learned it, it helps to know where you learned it. You don't always get it, but sometimes it helps to know where you learned it. Then reprogramming it.
Yeah, let me give you this personal example. So I was taught all kinds of unhealthy behaviors with the relationship with food. And anytime I sat down, I would always scarf down 2 giant platefuls. Was I overeating? Was I the one holding myself back? Was I the one overeating? Yes. However, it was an unconscious behavior that I just wasn't aware of why. When I took the time to I had to set aside a lot of time to, why am I eating 2 plates? Why do I feel this urge? It's not even an urge. Why do I feel this compulsion to literally scarf down 2 plates of food? Where is this coming from? And then I went, oh my God, my grandma would always cook a beautiful Sunday dinner for us with 3 different types of meat, 3 different types of sides, 3 different types of appetizers, 3 different types of desserts. And for her, she viewed it as she did a good job if you would eat a second plate. So it was my way of showing love. So whenever I would go to someone's house, I'd always try to eat 2 plates to, I love you, I love your food. So am I the one overeating? Yes. But once I uncovered that, oh, well, maybe I could show people a new way of love. Hey, I really like your food. It tastes really good. I want to eat it really slowly, so I savor every bite.
She's also asked, but what if you can't find it where you learned it? You don't have to know that. Kelly's given you, I find it useful for me to understand, oh, that's my mom. That was a tape my mom gave me, or that's something I learned from society. That's just me. I like to know that stuff. But if you can identify a belief that says women aren't supposed to move forward. Where did you learn that? You don't know that. But hold it. Is that the truth? Is that the truth you want to live? Then you use the steps that Kelly's talking about. So yeah, there are people who believe that women shouldn't move forward, but that's not a truth I want to live with. Here's something I want to do, and here's some steps I'm going to take. So you use some of the stuff that Kelly's talking about to walk yourself through. For me, I like knowing where it came from, but there are some things I didn't know for a lot of years, and I still managed to go through. I didn't know I felt inadequate, but I got through graduate school. I didn't know why I was afraid until after I was through it. So sometimes self-talk will, but you got to understand what the tape is. You do have to understand. I'm telling myself I can't cook. Is that a belief I want to hold on to? Or do I want to say, hold it? Is that a truth? How can I cook? What can I do to learn to cook? And etc. Yeah.
So it can be helpful to identify where it came from, but it's more about what Bobbie, she said it right there. You just need to identify the belief system that I'm fat, I'm ugly, because guys used to come to me in college and they would hit on me and I'd go, oh, I know you're just actually here to hit on my girlfriend. No, I wanted to talk to you. I know you're just being nice. I know you're just the one keeping me company while your guy actually flirts with her. I forgot where I was going with that actually.
Negative beliefs.
Negative beliefs. I didn't need to know where I learned that. It was, oh, I have the belief that men can't possibly be interested in me. Sometimes you'll be able to uncover who you learned that from. Sometimes it's, wait, what Bobbie said. Do you want to believe that? Yes or no? And I went, well, no, that feels horrible. That feels like, no, I want to be able to like play and interact and like touch men and interact with them and feel safe being with them. I'm now on that journey. So that's, you're just saying, that's why I listened to what Bobbie said. Definitely do that journaling, Samantha. Activate everything. What do I fear if I'm single? What do I fear if he never comes back? What do I fear if he comes back? What do I fear if I fully let go of him? What do I fear if I move here? What do I fear if I make more money than my parents? What do I fear if I make more money than my mom? What do I fear if I get a nicer house than so and so? Just so that you can become aware of what the essence is. When you also start planting the new seed, like we said, I'm good enough. I'm good enough. It's okay to be me. And I'm now in the process of discovering who I really am. And I'm now on the journey of every day feeling more and more worthy, more and more like myself, more and more like I'm good enough, more and more like I'm smart, like I'm intelligent, like I'm beautiful. I'm now on the journey of discovering more and more about how I am good enough and that I am enough as I am. My eyes are going to begin to open up to see myself in a whole new light, a whole new way of seeing myself, a whole new way of interacting with the world, a whole new way of hearing messages from people, a whole new way of hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, interacting with the world. And this new way that I'm interacting with the world involves me much more clearly, much more confidently, much more inner knowing that I am good enough and that I am enough. That's the journey that I am now firmly 3, 4, 5 steps down the path. My boat is in the river now, flowing in the right direction for me to feel better and better and better each and every day about being me. Each and every day I'm opening up and allowing myself to feel better and better and better about being me and who I am. And I am waking up. I am waking up right here, right now. The seed has been planted within me. I am now being activated. I am now being awakened to the fact that I am good enough and that I am enough. And that seed is only going to continue to grow and grow and grow as I'm now on this journey.
So Samantha, as you put in here that you tried to do that and people said you were snobby and stuck up. When you start to change, darling, the people who are used to you feeling less than aren't going to like the change. It takes a while to integrate the changes, and you do it a step at a time. And the people around you want you to stay the same person you've always been because they're comfortable with that. And if you keep being who they want you to be, you'll never become who you want to be. It's a step-by-step process. And there's so much. Kelly and I are giving you sound bites of work that you can begin to do. And these are step-by-step processes. It can't happen in this little show in this little bit of time. You'll need some more coaching and guidance through multiple steps to move yourself from where you're at to where you want to go. And where you want to go won't happen overnight. It's taking you a lot of years to get to where you're at. And it takes years. A lot of the changes in my life I've been working on for most of my life, but a huge bunch for the last 30 years, really been working intensely. And I've still got a lot of work to do. But it's a step-by-step process. We're giving you sound bites and beginning steps, Stephanie. And you may need some guidance working through all these steps. There's so much that I could tell you about different things to do, but it can't be encapsulated in the show because we don't have enough time.
Yeah, you've definitely been given some good groundwork and some good homework. That question and right lobe, left lobe, practice that. Start doing the journaling. What do I fear if? You've got that meditation. So as much as like, yes, there is more growth and more coaching ahead, like you've been given a good 2 to 3 months of homework right now.
Yep.
And Samantha, I wanted to share one quick little human story, and then we got a question from Marie. If their belief system is you have to be less than so they feel good, they will leave your life. We were the 3 Musketeers. I was her friend. I became friends with her again. We reconnected. Well, she started dating a new guy. their relationship blossomed in front of me. I was the third wheel the whole time. And not only the third wheel, they actually treated me like I was just as equal to them. Hey, I want to go here. I want to go here. Where do you want to go? Well, last time we did what we wanted. Kelly will do what you want this time. Like I was treated as an equal to them. He paid a lot for both of us when we went out because they really liked those Michelin rated restaurants, those very nice, pricey 7-course restaurants. I mean, I could afford $20 when I went out. So I would just say, I think this is more than $20. He went, oh, just $20. I've got the rest, Kelly. Thanks for coming with us. There hit a point where I got a significant pay raise. I did the whole journaling thing. What do I fear if I make more money than my mom? What do I fear? I uncovered all of those, and I took like a $20,000 leap in income, and I went, I can pay for myself. I have the $100 to pay for this meal. She reacted, and she went, oh, you have what? And literally that friendship crumbled overnight. And I went, it's almost as if you liked it when you guys were the ones making money and giving, but now that I have money, that will happen, Samantha. Some will leave, new ones always come in. Okay, any last comments?
Okay, on to Marie.
Okay, Maria, and we're going to close it with Maria, guys. We're going to close it with Maria. Maria's question is, oh, my name is Kim. Kim, I'd like to know why I have such a hard time with speaking firmly to the children I work with. I have a hard time speaking up.
Maria, you know the answer to that. You're looking for their approval. The problem is they need you to be able to hold the line as an adult, to speak your truth, to set boundaries for them. They're going to push up against those boundaries, but they need those boundaries. You want to be the good guy, and there are times you can't be the good guy. You need to be the adult. And in order to serve them, you have to be willing sometimes to be unliked, and it's not a pleasant place. But they will appreciate it more if you can do that. I'm going to give you a personal example. When I was working in a group home, the other counselor in the group home was a good old boy, and he would let the kids do this and this and this and this. And when it was on my shift, I was following the rules and making them do what they needed to do and holding them accountable. And I went to my boss and I said, you know, this isn't fair. He's always being the nice guy and I'm the bad guy. And my boss said, and who do they go to when they're hurting and they need advice and they need guidance, Bobbie? I said, well, they always come to me. He says, yeah, because they can trust you. They can trust you to be the adult and hold the line. They're trying to figure out where the line is. He's Mr. Nice Guy, but who they respect is you. So sometimes holding the line makes you feel like you're not a nice person, but that's what the kids need. That's what I'm picking up. I could have just flipped in my own stuff. What are you getting, Kelly?
Let me see if she has any comments to that. Kim, go ahead and comment too. Hey, Kathleen's still here. Let me get her. Okay, Kim, I'll read on it too. So Spirit, add to the mix with Bobbie. I'd like to know why I have such a hard time speaking firmly to the children I work with. I have a hard time speaking up. Ooh, wanting to be liked, wanting to be liked. You have a swirl of energy this way that's like a vortex of anyone who might like you. It's like vacuuming it in. Over here, how do we would encourage awareness. I want to be liked. I want to be liked. Know that everyone has that need. You are a social creature. You are a species creature. You are a pack, a community, a tribe creature. If you were to throw a baby outside, it would die. Being liked, love and connection is a core human need. So it is normal. There's a vacancy in your heart for love and connection because it's work and you're there every day. That's an easy place to try to fill that need. As you begin to fill that need elsewhere, it will be easier to say, like, that's what I told you not to do. Oh no, it's nap time. Put the toys away. Johnny, nap time. Put that toy down. It doesn't need to be firm and put the toy down. Johnny, are you grabbing those toys? You little munchkin, go back to nap time. It can be done in a feminine way, a soft, a gentle way. But we're going to relate a story to you. There was a time in Kelly's life with any man. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh my God. There was a time in Kelly's life when any man who'd give her attention, she would just go, oh my God, he's giving me attention. This feels so good. It feels so good. 3 days later, oh, that's all he wanted. And now that I gave that to him, he's just like out. Like what was all that coming on strong? And I want to go here, babe, I see a future with you. What was all of that about? She had such a, I need love, that anytime anyone showed it to her, it was just like a bringing it in. Did it, as Kelly calls, did it suck when she realized, oh my God, I'm allowing myself to be treated like XYZ by men. I have no self-worth, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it sucked. But then she went, whoa, I didn't realize that I felt this desperate for love. What are small little tiny ways that I have love now? What are little steps I could take to start nurturing me feeling loved and uplifted? I could call my mom once a week. I could call my dad once a week. Let me reach out to all my old college friends and see if they still live in the area and if they want to go out. Every week, I'm going to dedicate time to call people that like I know, to see if they want to go out. When she found in 2 to 3 weeks times, some of them were actually just as like lonely, if you want to use that word, wanting social interaction. In 3 to 4 months time, now it's like, oh, hey, oh, all right, so you see a future for us? Okay, well, we'll just give it 3 months. We'll see if your words and your actions match. He's asking, do you understand? Okay, thanks, Bobbie. That definitely makes sense. The approval makes sense. I don't want to be mean.
Yeah, we often get assertiveness mixed up with meanness. Assertive is, no, you can't have that toy. Mean is, take their toy back. You can be assertive. Yeah.
A little. So am I lacking love? Well.
No, I don't think it's lacking love. I think it's the approval thing and standing your ground and wanting to be liked. Yeah, and that's just a human thing. And you want to be the good guy. That's okay. But kids need something to push up against. That's how they learn. They push up against our boundaries. So
yeah, they were just using my personal example that was very similar to yours. Mine was about love. Yours is like about approval.
Yeah.
Wait, Bobbie, fills out. There's something else there though besides just approval.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm getting it. The way I would word it is, I want to be liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what you're getting is that, Kim, you're meeting what the part that Kelly was getting accurately is that you're meeting your social needs. Some of your social needs you're meeting through wanting to meet through the kids and through that relationship. And as an adult, it's important that you have other interests and have those personal adult needs met outside of the workplace, so that when the kids do push the button, there's more chance for you to go, no, here I am being a grown-up. You're still not going to like the part of not being the good guy, but if your needs are met outside with more of your adult relationships, it's easier to hold the ground with the kids. Does that make sense, Kim? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Kim, there's just like a little bit. So I would just encourage, like I call it the 5% more, just a little, like what's a little bit that I could do this week for a little bit more friend, love, and connection this week. And it's just a little bit. It's not a lot. Like you're not lacking in love. You're not desperate, like my example that Spirit so openly shared with everyone. It's not that much. It's just, there's just a little more need for like friendship connection right now. Kind of goes into another question I had between trying to balance the two between work and personal. Bobbie, I've got like a few more minutes in me.
Yeah, me too. But let me try to. It kind of goes into another question I have between trying to balance the two between work and personal. I'm not sure what you're asking, Kim, because you are trying to balance between the two. And that if you give too much at the job, you have no time left for personal. And if you don't have a personal, you're not going to be balanced in the job. You need a balance of the two. And that's kind of the dance we do when we work with other individuals. When I was a counselor, I needed to have a personal life, but I could jump into the job and fill my needs up there, but it wasn't balanced. So that is a dance. And yeah, I'm
Yeah, Kimmy, last kind of little comments on that one? I'm definitely running out of steam.
She got it. Okay. All right, my darling. Well, that was 2 hours and 15 minutes. It was easier than I thought until the last 10 minutes. No.
Yeah, I think the last 2 minutes, my energy's going whoop.
Well, I know for me, I'm hungry. So I'm really glad that everybody was here. I'm available for private reads for any of you who, some of the questions you're asking, I could do more in depth than a private reading, which I love to do, to walk you through with different techniques and different possibilities at www.bobbieg.com.
So I just linked to that for you guys if you'd like to book a private full hour with Bobbie. Here's a link to join my High Vibe Club. Don't forget, for the VIP $99 level, if you enter early bird, since this is my soft launch month, you can enter early bird and you'll get access this in the first month for $1. Our workshop will be May 25th, which both levels this month will be getting access to. So there's a link to join that, and there's a link if you'd like private read with Bobbie. And for now, we love you all, and stay tuned to the community tab on here or my email list, because we do have like 2 Saturdays from now, I think. We'll let you guys know.
The 18th, we're going to be back.
The 18th, we'll be back.
I believe it's the 18th, yeah.
Love you guys.
Bye. Thank you all.